Mellors and Wines Productions present the time-travelling Sommelier Astronaut. This week's episode, Nebulous Crabs. The last episode was left hanging on a knife edge, with our hero Jan Schilling on the verge of being obliterated by the Belendians. Chapter 1. Reaching out to a Belendian. Schilling has to think fast. Being blasted into a million fragments is most definitely not on his to-do list for today. He replies to the Belendians, "Before you do anything rash, like unleash your weapon on me, might I make a suggestion?" The reply is swift. "State suggestion clearly." "This ship," he says, "although to you may seem rudimentary, houses a drive system that, once engaged, will reflect any energy weapon straight back at you. If you attempt to destroy me, we are all sure to die." After a pause, the Belendians reply, "We are considering." Schilling is playing his ruse will at least buy him some time. "Prepare to be boarded, do not prevent or resist." Within a few moments, two Belendians materialise in his cockpit. One of them has his weapon trained on him. They are tall and slim in stature, clad in skin-tight grey material. They have almost reptilian features with skin of a green hue. They seem like nice boys, thinks Schilling. "I have no weapons on board," he says. "I can assure you, I mean you, and your people no harm." At last, the taller of the two Belendians speaks. "Show us the drive you have referred to." Schilling opens the hatch to the hoop compartment and gestures them to enter. They speak to each other in their own language, and Schilling is sure they seem amused. Again, it is the taller one who speaks. "This is archaic technology, Earthman. We dispensed with similar systems 500 of your years ago. Still, it does not change our primary objective for our mission. You may return home, but your planet is to be obliterated." Chapter 2. Value Vino to the rescue. Schilling is shocked beyond belief. Destroy the planet Earth? Why? What gives you the right to even consider such an abominable act of violence? The tall Belendian replies, "You and your fellow Earthmen are the violent ones. 9 of your Earth years ago, you released a weapon of terrible destructive qualities. Your race must be neutralized before you spread your taste for war across the cosmos." Schilling has to think quickly. He remembers all the techniques of negotiation he learned during his time as an operations manager for a waste company, and as a salesman for the Prudential, to formulate a riposte to the Belendians' terrifying threat. "So, in the name of peace, you want to destroy us without giving us a chance," he says. "Did you not suggest that you are at war with the Chalfontians? How long have you waged this war?" The Belendian seems taken aback by the Earthman's logic. 1,000 of your years, came his reply. Schilling can see a chance to thwart the Belendians. In the last 1,000 years on Earth, there have been long periods of peace. The planet Earth is a planet of unbelievable beauty and varied wildlife. The human race is flawed, yes, but we strive for a better and peaceful world. We have created many wonderful things: art, literature, scientific innovations. The Belendian is unmoved. "I can prove it," Schilling ejaculates. He then fetches a case of Burgundy from the hold. "Take this back to your ship. 6 bottles of Domaine de la Romani Conti. Here are some glasses and a corkscrew. Enjoy a glass or two, and let's talk again. We will go and consider, the tall Belendian replied, as they dematerialised. Chapter 3. Schilling finds himself in a pickle. Almost an hour has passed since the Belendians went back to their ship, but then the familiar voice rings out into the cockpit. It seems lighter and slightly disjointed. We have considered a little bit, Earthman, you old rogue. You say you made this on Earth? Schilling senses a glimmer of hope. Yes, we do, old chap, and much, much more. Hey, you can keep that case. I can get you plenty more at £1 a bottle from Fortnum and Mason. That's 5 zogs in your money. You have a deal, Earthman. We'll take 200 cases and grant your planet the reprieve. You may go now. We are off for a sing-song and a red-hot Belendian curry. Farewell, Schilling replies, and clutching his lever firmly, slowly engages the hoop drive. But as he does, the Belendian ship also moves away, and Schilling accidentally throws the lever to maximum. There is an intense flash of light. Once again, Schilling passes out. He comes to after a while, awakened by the familiar pulsating noise. He is aware now that the vortex will be active in the hoop compartment, so he prepares to investigate. He enters the vortex, and in an instant he finds himself on a beach in front of a cliff face. He marks the cliff as to identify the point in which he was entered, and begins to explore. There is a rich blue sky, and the sand is almost white. The sea is of a milky turquoise, and the air is warm. Worse places to be, I suppose, he mutters to himself. But his thoughts are interrupted by an intense shuffling and clicking sound. He hides behind a rock, and, peering round, is horrified by what appears over a sand dune. A massive, brown-shelled creature scuttling sideways, snapping open and shut 2 massive claws. 2 strange stalked eyes regard the beach with menace. With his path back to the vortex blocked, Schilling knows he is in a lot of trouble. He has stumbled upon the planet of the giant killer crabs. How will our hero tackle this latest terrible situation? Is there a way to escape this version of Queer Street with only crabs for company? Join us next time for another thrilling adventure with the time-travelling Sommelier Astronaut. Incidental music by Harry Monk and his orchestra. Special effects by Edgar Egghead de Winter. This episode's script written and narrated by Lord David Wines, based on ideas postulated by Neil Paddy Mellors and Pastel Shade Day.